Welcome to Tech Gear Clothing. I'm Brandon, and these are the top 5 items you need to watch your society crumble away due to the coronavirus. Well, really, it's panic. Yeah, it's panic. Now, if you live in an area where the coronavirus has come in and is wrecking your day-to-day life, this video is going to be helpful to those of you who want to survive through that. And as you start to see society crumble away, you're going to want to be prepared. Now, I assume in this video that you already have the basics: clothes, food, and shelter. So here, I'm going to go over a few things that you may not have as a result of living in a sane world. But they're definitely going to be things that you're going to need as people slowly lose their minds over toilet paper. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Because this is how you survive the panic. This is ridiculous. Now, coming up for number 5 on my list is paracord, otherwise known as 550 cord. This can be an incredibly useful companion as you're out and about. You can use it to attach something to your backpack, bind things together, or fix something when needed. Or, maybe a more unlikely scenario, tie up other survivors when they won't leave you alone. Just say it. When you search 550 cord, you're gonna get 550 cord, but when you search paracord, you could get items that are knockoff. And that's not gonna help you when you want something that's gonna be durable and long-lasting, very strong. Now, I've chosen the Tough Grid 550 cord. I left the link below, like I said before, in the description. Now, you can click on that link. They have a lot of color options. It's really cool, but I would suggest to pick a color option that doesn't stand out. I chose Army Green. I live in the Pacific Northwest. You might choose Desert Sand color, I don't know. Pick something that's gonna make it so you don't stick out, because when the world's losing its mind, the last thing you wanna do is draw attention to yourself. Coming in for my 4th spot is good, durable hiking shoes. Chances are that you already have a set of shoes. Now, you may also have a good set of hiking shoes, but if people keep losing their minds like they have been, you may not be able to get things like that for very much longer. Now, clearly, we're not to that point yet. But chances are that if we get there, you may not have an option to pick them up. Who knows, ever again? I don't know. People are freaking nuts. Now, whether you plan on going out into the mountains or you're staying in the city, ultimately you're gonna wanna find something that could potentially last you a few years. That being said, you're gonna wanna consider what type of terrain you're gonna be in. The La Sportiva Aspire GTX and the Vasquez Brown LT GTX are both really great options if you're looking for an urban trail hybrid. And on the other hand, if the terrain is more mountainous or you're looking for more ankle support, the Salomon X Ultra 3 and the Lowe Renegade GTX are both going to be the options that you're going to want to go for. Now, there's lots of options of shoes that you can choose, but if you're struggling which ones might be right for you, think of it like this. Is your apocalyptic scenario going to be like I Am Legend, or is it going to be like Planet of the Apes? If it's I Am Legend, pick the first 2. If it's Planet of the Apes, pick the second 2. Now, ultimately, you're going to want to find what works for you, but these options for me sit right at the top of my list. Now, coming in at number 3 on my list is a water container. Water is a daily essential, and if you're going to want to go anywhere far, you're going to need it. Now, there's really 2 different options here. Are you going to be finding your water, or are you going to be transporting your water with you from your origin location to your exploring location? If you're finding your water, you're gonna wanna go with a water filtration system. Now, I'm not talking about the Brita filter that sits in your fridge. I'm talking about the stuff that backpackers use. It's lightweight, and it's a great option when you can find a source of water, but you're not sure whether or not it's safe to drink from. The Katadyn Be-Free filtration water bottle or the Life Straw are both really great options for that. I personally prefer the Life Straw because you can attach it to any generic water bottle. But if you do have a clean, dependable source of water, pick something like the Hydro Flask. It's super durable and it's gonna last you just about as long as you're ever gonna use it. But if you're gonna wanna keep your liquids hot or cold, you're gonna wanna pick something like the Hydro Flask. This one's great because as temperatures get harsh, you can have something refreshing to come back to. Now, coming up at number 2 on my list is arguably one of the most important things to have with you as things go haywire. Now, as conveniences start to fall away in society and people who have service jobs become more backed up or disappear altogether, you're going to start to have to highly consider how to use, craft, and fix things yourself. There's really no better companion for this type of life than the multi-tool. It's a great option to fend for yourself or to fend off other people when they see that you have toilet paper. I suggest that you check out the Leatherman OHT, because you're gonna need something that's highly functional, and when people have lost their mother-freaking minds, this thing looks sexy. Now, believe me, you know that looking good is gonna be important in a post-apocalyptic world. Now, all kidding aside, the Leatherman OHC multi-tool will get you through almost any scenario that you're gonna run into. However, if you do feel like this multi-tool is lacking in some functionality, you can spring for the ultimate multi-tool, the Leatherman Surge Heavy Duty. This one, and really both of these options, will get you from your front door to dismantling any problem in no time flat. Now, most of the items on this list you can find while you're out scavenging or on quests. But what are you gonna put it all in? Yeah, my number one is a backpack. Now, I know what you're thinking. This one's so simple, everyone's got a bag. Why is this number one on my list? What if your home becomes inhabitable? What if travel by automobile is not an option anymore? Now I'm talking about a good backpack, something that's gonna help you take all the items out of the loot boxes you find or pick up your companion's inventory after they perish. Or what if everyone's just overreacting and you need to find a place to put all this stuff in the form of a go bag so you can justify it to your spouse? Yeah, you need one. Now, in all seriousness, this is really important. You're gonna need something that's gonna be versatile and durable. I would highly suggest picking an option that has MOLLE webbing or external strapping points on the outside of the backpack. And one of the most critical points that you're gonna wanna make sure your backpack is tight for is durability. Few things can be worse when you're out and about, you've collected a lot of stuff, and your backpack rips out. At that point, you literally have no way to get your items back to where you're traveling to. And that can turn into a big problem, especially if those items are really important. Or it can turn into a bigger problem if all your items that hit the ground alert nearby enemies of your location. That would be so bad. Those are definitely gonna be things you're not gonna want. You may be thinking to yourself, I don't need a bag. No, maybe not. But if you do, this is going to extend your travel range considerably. And as panic ensues and people lose their minds and the conveniences of this world start to fade, travel range is going to become really important. You're going to want to be able to carry water containers, food, medical supplies, and heck, even maybe a baby or two. Now, the option that I picked for myself in the scenarios that I'm going to be dealing with is the Mystery Ranch 2-Day Assault Pack. This is a great option, very durable, highly rated on Amazon, and it's got lots of MOLLE webbing, so it really becomes a pack that you can expand on the outside. Now, if you want something a little bit smaller, try looking at the Ark & Seal 25-liter tactical backpack. Now, both of these backpacks are great options. And all the things on this list are really going to increase your survivability rate, whether you're trying to survive the sheer panic that everyone's going through, or you just need a really solid go pack. Now, in conclusion, this world's going to deal with people who are overreacting and underacting. That's inevitable. But the one thing that's a great idea is to always be prepared. I'm Brandon, this is Take Care Clothing. Subscribe if you haven't. Like this video, and we'll catch you in the next one.